2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of Teaching Crypto. We are back better than ever. This is AZcrypto, MrFOMO. MrFOMO, we talked about a possible huge VGX pump, and we got it. Boy, did we ever get it going as high as $1.13, back down a little to a dollar. But we got the bids that came in, and now we're going to auction on the 13th, coming right up in 6 days. So no setbacks, and that's what we wanted to see. That was the important part, is not having any setbacks. So we got that. We got a huge pump. Is this sustainable? You guys, we're going to be honest, I don't know. And because you got to remember, we got to see who buys this. We got to see what their plans are. We got to see if they have a plan for VGX. But first thing first, if you, for entertainment purposes, were following the show and bought at 40 cents, you took profits, congratulations. I was traveling, so I limited time to take some risks. But obviously, a lot of stuff we told you would happen definitely came true.
That's, I mean, all the way down to, I mean, the easy one, Cardano getting a 10-cent pump, but or a 10% pump, but everything came to fruition, and then everything sort of fell out except for VGX there. Bitcoin took a bit of a fall, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But just like you predicted, exactly the way you predicted, it ran up. VGX ran up to all of this news, and in my mind, I think it'll keep running up until we find out who the bidder is. But nobody ever goes broke taking profits. So if you got profits, make sure you secure some of them.
No, you take a look at the 7-day right here. We're at 51 cents. We told you guys there was probably a good re-entry. And just look at the volume. Unbelievable. Unreal. One time, 144 million. Even higher. Look at how the volume goes up, MrFOMO. Look at this spike. We had volume of over 200 million. You would have told me that a couple weeks ago. I would have said, I don't think so. Not VGX. But again, remember what's happening here. Almost 60% of the tokens are locked up. And so people are buying, and they're kind of buying in anticipation of the 13th. So despite what's happening with BTC, things are just going crazy.
And it's all it all seems to be good news leading up to this auction. I'm kind of excited to see who wins this and who's all. I don't know that we'll ever know who all is involved, but I'm excited to see who wins it, and I'm excited to see what they purchase it for. And then I'm excited to hear what the customers get after that. That's really, honestly, as I know most people out there are, just excited to see what we're going to get back and when we're going to have access to crypto to start trading again. Because as you pointed out before, we're missing out on opportunity costs right now. No matter what goes up or down, and it seems like we got access to it now, we'd be doing all right, right? We're back to the July 5th prices, so we'd be doing okay. But like you pointed out before, opportunity cost is everything, and the more that money sits, the more we're missing out on. Like we predicted, VGX pumps and Cardano pumps and whatever else pumps. While that money sits there, we can't play.
Yeah, I told you guys at 25K a few weeks ago. Listen, we're still in a bear. And I don't, a lot of people think we bottomed out. I don't know if we have. Again, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but you still got the Mt. Gox situation. You had a large sale of BTC this weekend. Some whalish gains. I still think BTC, with the political climate we're in globally and economically, still has some downside. And again, you got to remember, we're going to keep saying this over and over, but the halving is not till 2024. There's probably still some dark days ahead, but a great time to buy. That's what people should be focused on, is see the forest, the trees. Look at some of the prices that are out there. And if you're not like us, where you have a lot of your funds trapped, DCAing in dollar costing average now makes a ton of sense.
Absolutely.
In anything, and if you want to just play it safe and do Bitcoin and ETH, by all means. But we're going to have another draft soon because these prices are good, and who knows how much lower they'll get? They'll probably get a little bit lower. But you've got some amazing deals out there if you really believe in the space, and everyone that's in the space that really believes in it, they think obviously we are going to eventually have another bull run. It's easy to get down and get negative when things are bad. It's kind of like when things are good, you never want to think things are going to get worse. Things are bad, you never want to let yourself believe things are going to get better. Things will get better, and the time to position yourself is kind of right now, slowly but surely. So with the 13th, the official Voyager Twitter did tweet out that they're going to have more info on the 13th. But I think we're going to really find out new information. So right now, the rumors are that Binance and FTX are still involved. Now, they didn't get an overwhelming bid that the UCC found, like, okay, that's it, we got to get here. So it is going to go to auction. But I think on the 13th that night, we plan to go live that for sure. We'll have an answer for you. A lot of it's very interesting. The thing that is important, how close do we get to be made whole? That's everything. Because you want to retain the customer base. You want people excited. You're going to have to attract new people for the platform because some people are going to leave. Let's be real. So how do they attract new people? Start as early as possible and give you as much money as you can and maybe some extra incentive to stay.
And I don't know. I don't know that people will ever treat this the way that they once did. This platform, it was a place where people thought that they could keep their life savings, and that obviously burned a lot of people. So I don't think it will ever get to that point. Looks like there he is. Hold on. I'm trying to get you back on the screen. There you go.
Live, we got new equipment. You never know what's going to happen.
So, but yeah, it's, I just don't, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but it's exciting to see this process play out. It's exciting to see, who might be at the end. But like you said, it's going to be, it's going to be tough for people to stay here, especially to keep their life savings. And I think that was one of the major draws, is you felt safe with this before. But I think people, if they do use it, are going to bounce in and out. And,
that's why ownership is significant. You want to feel that the new owners are safe, and you want to feel that there's no chance of going back into bankruptcy. So I'm very, very curious if indeed Binance steps up and gets this. I can tell you, though, if it's a Binance or FTX, there's going to be a lot of confidence in the general public that things are safe. That's, whether that's 100% true or not, that's the mentality people are going to have. If it's someone else, another crypto company that we're not quite familiar with, they're going to have a lot to prove. And they're going to have to reach out to the customers and say, hey, here's what we're going to do to keep your funds safe. Here's how we're going to try to make you as whole as possible. Here's some incentives. We have a plan for DLP. Here it is. Okay. And that's the huge question that I think we're going to have answered, because you got to remember 13th is auction, 29th, they're going to have a hearing, to confirm everything, end of this month. It's already the 7th and things are going quick after the holiday. In 3 weeks, we're going to have a ton of answers. Obviously, keep here, hit subscribe, share. Thank you.
One question I have, though, is when this does come back under a new company, let's say it's Binance, let's say it's FTX, when it comes back, what's up, Joe? Thanks for checking in, bud. When it comes back, is your crypto insured? And that's not something that's happening everywhere. And I still think that that's a huge problem. And I think that I really honestly think that, doing our viewers justice, I think that we need to let them know, you need to be flighty. This isn't a place where you keep all your money. You need to be able to jump out of these these
Listen, you got to
platforms
do your own
very
research.
quickly.
You need to know how to use a wallet, several wallets, in fact, and just understand.
Cold
just-
storage. We just saw what happened to MetaMask, where you had to, and if you haven't uploaded the new software, make sure you upload the latest version, because you can get your funds drained from the old version.
But I gotta keep saying this. There has to be central exchanges for crypto to work in the mainstream long term. It's got to happen. And so there's a chance here for the new company to come out of bankruptcy, which is huge. No crypto company ever come out of bankruptcy like this. So number one, you're creating history, and if it's stable ownership, and you can get customers, because here's the deal. Yes, obviously you don't want to keep all your funds on one platform. Absolutely not. But if you have a safe place to buy, sell quickly, and earn a little bit of yield, and you have a card that's linked to a VLP program, that's very valuable. It's hard for the average person to find a place to buy it and store 100 cryptos. Obviously, getting your funds trapped for months is not, it's horrible. But it doesn't mean the industry is doomed. I still believe in the industry long term. I think this is a huge setback, absolutely. But I think and hopefully the new management will help. Try to get them on the show. Hopefully the new management is ready to take that on, and we're going to find out very soon. The bottom line is a lot of money. These people had to put down 10% just serious investors, and no one wants to put up a lot of money and lose money in the long term or the short term. So we're going to find out. So keep it here. If we hear anything between now and the 13th, we'll let you know. Huge show coming on the 13th, but we're going to have some episodes before then. I wanted to talk about Bitcoin really quickly because we warned our viewers. Every time Bitcoin goes down, you have a YouTube, and we're a YouTube show, obviously, but you have some of the classic YouTube show. All right, Bitcoin's bottomed. We're done. We're going up. And we keep saying, guys, in a bear market, it's almost impossible to pick the day and time of the bottom. My guess is somewhere between 15 and 17,000, just based on all the information I've gathered. It's an educational guess. I've seen the algorithms. I've seen all the data. I'm going to guess we bottom out between 15 and 17K, but I could be wrong. You know,
and you've got to look into some of the macro factors that are coming in too. We're guaranteed to get more Fed rate hikes, right? And so that's going to play in. But you've also got Mt. Gox BTC jumping off. People might be dumping that, you know, depending on who it is. If they look at it and they say, well, we're in a bear market, if they know what they're doing, and likely they do, then they'll probably hang on to a lot of it. But I can still see a lot of that coming off the market. So depending on where we are when those things happen, you know, who knows where the bottom is. And so be ready. Be heavier. If you're going to be day trading or swing trading, make sure you have your finger on that trigger and be ready to take profits when you can, because when it goes down, it happens fast. You saw it yesterday.
But I will tell you something. In 2024, you will see BTC go back well over 40, 50, and yes, saying 60. So now you will not be.
What about 100?
You know, it depends on regulation. That's a whole nother show. But let's keep our viewers. I know we've been gone for a while. A lot happened. You know, busy with family and vacation and work. But let's let our viewers know we are going to be here. Please hit that subscribe button. In fact, we're going to have some more shows coming up this week for you. We're going to keep digging till we find more information, as always. And we've got some great opportunities here. That a couple coins that have gone down recently that I think could bring you some return quicker than 2 years. So we'll give you those at another time. But keep it here. 13th, we're going to have those auction bids happen. We're going to have a higher bidder. We're going to have some news. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button for AZcrypto and MrFOMO. You guys have a great day.
So.